Shalom Internet. I've been fiddling with this Torah portion, not of the weekly variety, starting with VaYeshev, where we find Joseph, favorite child of Jacob, grandchild of Isaac, great-grandchild of Abraham, who by all accounts is the leading person in their own story. This parsha begins with the Joseph saga. It's about dreams, betrayal, survival, betrayal, survival, and in the end, transformation. But before that very dark pit, before that prison, before Pharaoh's court, before any of the extravagant drama that unfolds, there is a quiet, tender moment that deserves our full attention. Jacob sews an ornamented tunic. We might rush past this part. The Hebrew phrase ketonet pasim is often translated as a coat of many colors if you follow Septuagint, or a richly ornamented garment if you are going by the Torah text. But this isn't just a fashion statement. It's an act of love, carefully stitched by a father who sees his child fully and chooses to affirm them. In retelling of a Sedra scene or a Torah skit that I put together for a class on this sewing, Joseph isn't just Jacob's favorite. They are genderqueer, gender expressive, dreamy and defiant themselves. And Jacob, in his old age, doesn't try to force Joseph into a mold. He sees their difference, honors their uniqueness, and gifts them an ornamented tunic, a garment that shines with every shade of their identity. This isn't new. Midrashim such as Bereshit Rabbah 84:7 describes Joseph as penciling their eyes, curling their hair, and lifting their heel. In essence, dressing in the fiercest drag. And by gifting them with an ornamented coat, Jacob shows his acceptance or approval of his child as they are. This idea of Joseph, the drag queen, is an old one from the early centuries of the Common Era. Rabbis discussed how different Joseph was and the feminine aspects of their demeanor. Jacob doesn't say, hey, tone down your drama, Lama. He doesn't say, please, just fit in with your brothers. In giving them the coat, he says, this is for you, my child. You dream boldly, you shine. Let this tunic reflect the light within you. This moment when Jacob sews the tunic is a sacred one. Make no mistake, this is not just a story of parental love. It is a blueprint for what it means to affirm someone's truth. Please think of what it means for a child to be fully seen, especially a queer or trans child, especially one whose dreams don't match the world's expectations. For many of us, our earliest wounds come from not being seen by those we love. We love the most. Being told we're too much or not enough. Being asked to hide or minimize parts of ourselves to stay safe or to be accepted. But in this parsha, Jacob chooses a different path. He clothes his child in invisibility, and that act ripples forward. Was it controversial? Absolutely. The brothers are furious. They mock Joseph. They burn with jealousy. They call it favoritism. But maybe what they really can't handle is Joseph's audacity to exist in Technicolor. And yet, Jacob doesn't back down. He names Joseph's light. He affirms their dreams. He doesn't require them to change to be worthy of love. This is Torah, not just the text, but the action. The parenting with affirming, it's all there. Let's be honest. Our communities haven't always been safe places for LGBTQ plus people. Too many of us have heard the message, either explicit or implicit, that our existence is a problem to be solved rather than a blessing to be celebrated. Too many of our youth still feel like Joseph, vivid, brilliant, and still misunderstood. But we have the power to change that. We can be like Jacob. We can all look at our children, our students, our congregants, and our friends and say, I see you. You are not like the others, and that is holy. Kadosh. We can be the ones who sew the tunics, who create garments, spaces, rituals, and relationships that wrap people in dignity, protection, and pride. Let's not forget, to Joseph, dreams matter. They are not delusions, they are prophetic. They envision a future where Joseph will save lives, transform a nation, and reunite a broken family. And the very qualities that set them apart, their vision, their courage, their refusal to conform, these are the qualities that change the world. Imagine what we lose when we silence our dreamers. Imagine what we gain when we make space for them to thrive. People, we are living in a time when queer and trans children are under attack. In schools, in legislation, even in families. The tunics are being torn and the dreams are being mocked. The identities are being questioned. As LGBTQ people in 2025, we are still disowned by our families. Sometimes we can recover part of that after years of work on all sides. Sometimes, like Joseph, we have to choose to make a family with people far away from our origins. As a bisexual trans man, I gave up on many of my family who couldn't get my pronouns right or struggled with my name. My mother gave me hope and never gave up celebrating me in all my masculinity and all my transness. When I was a child, we shopped in the boys' department at the department stores, and I dressed the way I wanted. And I was comfortable because she saw me. My mother saw my true self before I ever did. As a father, I see Jacob getting that tunic back covered in blood, and all I can think of is don't give up hope. It's hard to lose a child, yet every day parents willingly let their children leave when they come out. The struggle is, how do you reach the folks who can't wrap their head around difference and allow for those breakthrough conversations to happen? And yet, the Torah gives us a way forward. The Torah says, affirm them, protect them, let them wear their truth proudly, let them dream. So this Shabbat, I ask you, who in your life needs a tunic of affirmation? Who needs your unconditional love, your visibility, and your fierce protection? Who needs you to say, I see you, and I am glad you're here? May we be like Jacob, a little messy, perhaps, not always perfect, but wrestling with gods and men will make you capable of seeing the beauty in difference and also stitching love into fabric of our families and communities. Because when we affirm our Josephs, we help bring about redemption, and not just for them, but for all of us. Ken Yehi, may it be God's will. Please like and subscribe for more insights on leadership, community, and justice. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.